All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive. Today, we're taking a look at Tanzania. And specifically, we've got this document in front of us that was put together by Zenge Holdings, and it outlines their plan or their proposal for a podcast series
Okay.
that would be aimed at attracting investors to Tanzania.
I see.
And we thought this would be a good opportunity to sort of get a peek behind the curtain and see how they're planning to showcase the country.
Absolutely.
So, right off the bat, they're using this podcast as a way to tell a story. Right? They're not just presenting like, here are the facts and figures about Tanzania. They're really trying to create a narrative.
Right. And they're using the format in a clever way. They're bringing in guest speakers from the industry, even people from the Tanzanian government, to really give that firsthand perspective.
And they're talking about bringing in people who have already invested successfully in Tanzania. So kind of show
case studies.
Yeah, case studies. Here's proof that this can work.
Exactly. It's a classic strategy, but it works. You show people that things are already happening and they're like, oh, I want to get in on that.
Right. It's not just potential. It's like, this is actually already working.
Exactly.
And then they're also smart in that they're suggesting that every episode should have a clear call to action.
That's good. Yeah.
Like, okay, you've heard about this. Now here's how you can learn more. Or here's how you can get in touch with us.
Right. Make it easy for them.
Make it easy.
Yeah.
So let's get into some of the sectors that they're highlighting, because this is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
One that really stood out to me was energy and mining. And they even suggested a potential episode title, the $30 billion energy opportunity in Tanzania.
In Tanzania alone, thanks to your leadership, Madam President, and partnership with the private sector, work is currently underway to build the first of its kind processing facility on the continent for minerals that go into electric vehicle batteries. This will deliver battery-grade nickel to the United States and global markets as soon as 2026. This project is an important and pioneering model, using innovative and low-emission technology and high labor standards. Importantly, raw minerals will soon be processed in Tanzania by Tanzanians. It will help address the climate crisis, build resilient global supply chains, and create new industries and jobs. There is so much potential for growth here. So our administration is now working with partners to identify additional opportunities for critical minerals from the region to be processed in this new facility.
Wow. That's a bold statement.
It is bold, right?
It is. I mean, Tanzania does have significant natural gas reserves. We know that. Yeah. But to get to $30 billion, you're going to need a lot of investment.
Yeah.
And not just in the extraction of the gas, but in the infrastructure.
Right.
To get it out of the ground and to transport it. Now, one thing I'm curious about is they talk about renewable energy, but they don't get very specific.
Yeah. What kind of renewable energy are we talking about?
Yeah. Are we talking solar? Are we talking wind? Geothermal? What are the concrete plans? Because that would be a big draw for certain investors.
Right.
So that's something I would definitely want to know more about.
Absolutely. Another sector they're highlighting is tourism and hospitality.
Oh, yeah. That's a popular one.
Right. And you can see why, right?
Yeah.
Tanzania's got incredible natural beauty.
Absolutely.
Mount Kilimanjaro, the Serengeti, the beaches, like it's
the wildlife.
The wildlife. Yeah. There's a lot to offer there.
Yeah.
So they're playing up both the potential for ecotourism and high-end resorts.
Right.
But, this is where I think it's important to remember that other countries in East Africa are also doing this. Right. So what is Tanzania doing that's different or unique?
Exactly what's their unique selling point? Maybe they have some specific conservation initiatives or partnerships with luxury brands that are known for sustainability.
Yeah.
That's the kind of detail I'd be looking for as an investor.
I think so too.
Definitely.
So we've got this mix of sectors, right? Each kind of appealing to a different investor profile.
Yeah, and they're smart about this. They're tailoring their message to specific regions.
They're talking about targeting the UK, Qatar, and East Africa.
Okay, so they're recognizing that different regions are going to have different interests. For example, with the UK, they might emphasize the cultural ties, the historical connections.
Yeah.
Well, with Qatar, they might highlight trade partnerships
Yeah.
and Islamic finance opportunities.
Right.
And then for East African investors, they might focus on regional integration, the benefits of investing in a familiar market.
Right.
It's all about understanding your audience.
It is. And it's not just about the podcast itself. They're talking about these interactive Q&A sessions, maybe like webinars or something,
Oh, that's a good idea.
where people can, ask questions and get answers in real time.
Get their concerns addressed.
And then they also talk about localized content.
Yeah.
So maybe having